Hello YouTube, and if you're stumbling upon my blog and you're watching this, hello faithful few. Funny story before I start this video. I sat here and I talked for a good 2.5-3 minutes holding this camera up to this piece, talking about this piece in detail and in depth, and I went to play it back when I hit the button and I realized I wasn't recording. Wow. I mean, I rambled on and I was not recording. So let's give this a whirl again. Alright, so this is what I've been working on the past week and a half or so. I just started using fiber paste, which is what this stuff is right here, and this stuff hit. This heart was made with fiber paste. This was kind of a, right now I want to say it was a slight fail. I could probably recover the piece, but this is not what I was going for. Like, I wanted it to be a 3-dimensional heart, and I wanted it to be built up off the piece, but it's a little bit more rougher than I expected it to be. One, I started cut out a heart out of styrofoam, and I did that probably Wednesday. So then I took the styrofoam heart negative space and filled it in with the fiber paste, and that's how I got this. Sorry for the shadow. You know, a nice little wall built up. Thursday I checked it and it was still kind of, when I touched it, it had like a lot of spring back to it, much like a cake would, which means it was still kind of wet underneath. So this morning when I went to rip the styrofoam off, around the edges I got, you know, these great walls, but then right in here it kind of just ripped away at it because I guess it was still wet. Such is life. The reason I put the heart there was because first I started off with this eye. I was pretty excited about, you know, how the eye came out. You know, most of the painting in this is glazing. So once I got done the glazing aspect of it, I had this large expanse of empty space at the bottom, where initially I was going to come back in with another sheet of fiber paste. Actually, hold on, let me get it. I'll be right back so you can see what I was talking about. So the back of this is just so sweet. I love the back of this, but this is the front of it, and this is, I don't know if you can really see it, but it looks almost like handmade paper. And the way I had, my initial plan was to use this on this piece, but I was going to cut out an opening and give it, it kind of made it seem like it was either a window or a keyhole that this eye was peering into. But it's one of those things like in your head. I even took a photo of this, and using an app on my phone actually did a mock-up of what it would look like with the red surrounding it, and it looked like it was going to be pretty decent. Once the fiber paste was dry, I cut it out and tried it. It didn't come off the way I expected it to come off, and to me it just didn't work. It just didn't work. So I abandoned the idea, but that left me with a large space of a large negative space, which before I even put this kind of purpley background in, it was just completely white. And like, I deliberately placed the eye off centered. So now not only was there a giant spot negative space at the bottom, it was also off centered. So now I had to deal with the fact that it was off centered and a giant negative space. Me trying to be a genius, I then figured, hey, I'll do a heart and place that off center, so you have this kind of slanted dynamic going through the piece itself. But like I say, I'm not too I'm not sold too much on this heart as of yet. Maybe tomorrow I'll go in and I'll glaze the heart. So maybe if I change the color, make it pop a little more, to me it'll grab the piece and really complete it. And as far as, like, I don't know, I guess I wanted to do a video today to try out, you know, the camera on this phone. So I'm shooting this HD video to, you know, just see how good the picture comes out. And I don't know if once I'm finished it, whether or not I'm going to do another video showing the finished piece, or if I just take photos of it. Like I said, if you're on YouTube, if I do just take photos of it, I might just upload a slideshow. But if you're on my blog, you'll probably either see a video or you will see stills of it finished. And then, like, this frame is just a natural ready-made frame that I've had for like 2 years. Like, the glass was broke on it, and I, you know, had it just trying to hold on to it. Like, maybe at some point in time I'd come up with something that I could use it for. And came up with this awesome idea. Like, I guess just trying to take stock of what I have and what I need to get rid of art-wise, because, you know, back in the day I used to just take all types of gratuities when it came to art, so I always ended up with frames and canvases that, like, I haven't painted on yet, or end up having to just find some use for it, even if it doesn't serve a purpose yet. When I was in school, it was awesome, because, like, if I had something out of need, I can always incorporate it in some sort of academic project for class. But now it's just like having this stuff just to have. But yep. Oh, and this eye is modeled after my girlfriend's eye. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just trying to find I need to get rid of that disconnect between the eye and the heart. I know if I was looking at this in a museum or hanging somewhere, I'd wonder what's the symbolism of the heart just sitting there below the eye, and then there's this weird glop. So it's, I mean, a couple of weeks ago I did a post about, like, you know, the Zen approach to painting. And when I started this was not like a Zen thing. This was something that I know was going to take some time because I was using different techniques. But now it's just like I'm stuck at that point where it's like, what do I do with next? It's just like everything to me from this point up is perfect. It's just when I get in this area, I'm kind of like, not necessarily lost, but I'm not quite feeling it yet. You know, this color probably needs to change. Maybe do a red. Bring in some red. Give it a little more life. Well, that's all. I think I'm starting to ramble, so I'm going to finish this video now. But if you're on my Blogger or my Blogspot page, you'll probably see, like I said, you'll probably just see photos of this once it's done. And on YouTube, you'll probably see maybe a slideshow. I won't make any promises. Also, in the description, I'll put the link to my Blogspot page, and also my, wow, it's really coming down outside. And just my contact information, because I don't know if that's on my YouTube channel page. So I think I posted probably like 9 videos in the how many other years I've been on YouTube. So anyway, till next week, namaste.